We might come back, guys, if you can't hear us.
Yes, really.
Can you guys hear us? That's Brio. That's that one over there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try the audio one more time. Testing, testing, testing. Oh, I see it bouncing. Hold on. I can't hear. I can't see what they're saying. 10-4 could hear us. Okay, great.
Good.
All right, just want to make sure you guys can hear us on the mic there. Okay, great. On with the show. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of hiccups here. Again, welcome to the All for Sci-Fi webcast.
That's true.
I'm your host, Eric Walker, and here is
Captain Rickster.
Yes. On with the show. And today we're broadcasting. Today is March 16th, and we're broadcasting from Woodland Hills, California. Welcome to the show. Today we got a lot to talk about, Captain Rickster.
Yes, we do.
We're going to talk about Moon Knight.
Yes.
We're on episode 4, and there's only 6 episodes.
Okay, so 2 more episodes left.
Oh man, I hate it that there's only 6 episodes. Wow. He's on a different camera here, and the light's terrible on that camera there.
Yeah, he wants to keep me in the dark.
Or maybe we could, or maybe we could just go to this camera right here, and you can move over. Move over, Captain Rickster, a little bit. Let's bring him in. Let's just.
All right.
I'll scoot over even more. Come on. Come over here next to me. Get in here.
I am in here now.
There you go.
Belly and all.
Your belly. Look at my belly.
Yours is hidden. Mine's out, sticking way out.
Well, yeah, yours sticks out. Mine hides a little bit and just is roly-poly.
Yeah.
Put on makeup. Yeah.
Okay. Next time I will.
You guys are funny. Yeah. We'll get it together, guys. Thank you, Blue Harvest Toys. We'll get it together. So again, today I wanted to share a couple things with you guys about our new album, Trust Yourself. It's a new album that I have with ACM. It's coming out June 3rd. And I also have a big announcement to make. We're going to actually perform at Celebration. So we're going to perform. Well, not you. But ACM and myself are going to, during one of the podcast shows, Skywalking Through Neverland, with Richard and Sarah Roloski, good friends. We're going to perform Dare to Dream in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. So it's the first time we're giving a live performance at a major event of that song with ACM. So I'm sure there'll be videos out there. You guys can see it, but we're excited to, excited to perform that song. If you haven't heard the song Dare to Dream in a Galaxy Far, Far Away, you should watch the music video. I make a return as Mace Tawani in it, and it was directed also by Richard. Mm-hmm. And ACM sings the vocals, and I do the rapping in it. So check that song out because we're going to perform it at Celebration. So, and plus we're doing that panel.
That's right.
We're going to be doing, they're going to do a panel at Celebration, which we announced a few weeks ago. We're allowed to actually officially announce. We're going to have a panel called Celebrating the Ewok Adventures. It's the first time they've actually, at a celebration, we've done a panel, which is great.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Thank you, Stan. Stan says he really likes Dare to Dream.
Good.
Often start our show with it. Awesome. Yeah. So Annie said about the split screen. When you're split screen, you could click on the screen. You know what? I'm going to probably try to get some advice from you, Stan, because you tend to know a little bit more about StreamYard than I do. So, we have dad bods, he said.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I mean,
yeah.
Our senior bods, really.
Yeah.
You're 64 and I'm like 50. I'm almost a senior myself. I'm in my 50s.
True.
So, but that's going to be exciting. We're going to have a great time. So tell everybody, Captain Rickster, here's your turn to tell everybody how your week went.
My week went great. I had a lot of fun this week. We were actually really busy this whole week. I mean, we just like dragging our booties out of work after 5 o'clock. Sometimes we had to stay there until 8, do some work, but it was fun. We did some traveling. We got busy. We even got some new toys today, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we did. We went to GameStop.
Yeah, of course, people probably already have them already, but I don't do open boxes because I only buy one. That's all I can afford at this time. But otherwise, it is actually you know, I mean, we had a great time. You know, we're picking up on sales. We're picking up on traveling time. We're picking up on everything that's coming out here for windows and stuff like that. And you know, we all pitch in. We all work. We all work hard. You know, we just do whatever we can to make this thing work. And God's with us all the way. So
that's true.
And He blesses us on everything we do.
That's right. Well said.
You know, I mean, what else can I expect? You know, I leave work, go home, go to bed, get up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Picard this week was pretty interesting. We're going to get into that review. Picard to this last episode. What was it called?
Really interesting.
What was the name of it? Monsters.
Monsters. Yeah.
Monsters, which is cool. Episode. What episode was it?
7.
7. Okay, and then we're going to talk about Moon Knight, which I mentioned earlier. Moon Knight is on its 4th episode.
Yeah,
it got kind of interesting this last episode.
It did, yes, it did.
And we're also going to talk about Halo, which Halo is like the surprise sci-fi show of the year.
You got that right.
I mean, it's really just, I'm amazed at, you know, how good.
Blue Harvest said, happy Easter to us.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Everybody say happy Easter.
Happy Easter to everybody. Yeah. Tomorrow's the big day.
Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for bringing it up.
For the bunny.
Yes. And, Stan got his sideshow Grogu last week. That is awesome, Stan.
Yes, it is.
I'm wondering if I click over here and go to my email, if it's going to mess up the channel. Did you guys disappear? Did we disappear for a few seconds? I'm just curious if it does that, if I mess with the cameras on it. I'm just curious if it does that or not.
Probably did.
Let me know if it did. I won't do that again if it did do that.
Now we're done even smaller.
Well, just trying to get things going here for the show.
Yeah. Oh, you are still good.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so because I was switching back and forth. But yeah, anybody out there while we're talking about this, and I'm trying to get this artwork to show you guys, just curious out there, who is going to Celebration that's on the podcast right now? Is there anybody out there that's going to Celebration? So let us know. I'm just curious. Anybody going to Celebration? Oh, that's the other thing we announced last week. All for Sci-Fi is actually an official media outlet for Celebration.
That's right.
So we're going to be covering Celebration all 4 days. We're going to be, walking around, showing you what it's like, giving you as much coverage as we can with Celebration. It's going to be quite exciting. So we're going to be covering Celebration as an official media outlet. We got approved. So for all 4 days.
Yes.
And I don't know, was there walkthrough videos of past celebrations?
Yeah, the first one we did. First one we went to.
We didn't go. I've never went to a celebration.
No, we haven't. Then we don't have any.
So I mean, in past celebrations, do you guys know if anybody did like a walkthrough video? Just kind of curious if anybody knew if anybody did. So let me know in the comments below. Trying to overlay this thing too while we talk. Let's see what people said. Blue Harvest Toys is in the UK.
But we will be there in July.
Oh, not July, June.
June.
Oh, so yeah. By the way, you probably heard us mention this a few times already because you've been on watch the show, Blue Harvest Toys. But I'm going to be making my second appearance at a London Comic Con. I'm going to be at the London Film and Comic Con in July. So hopefully you could come out. And if you've ever been to the London Film and Comic Con, you could come and check us out and let us know. Stan is saying, yes, someone did.
Okay.
Lou Mangello from a radio station did a bit for Chicago. Okay, great.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm sorry you're missing Celebration, Stan. It would have been lovely to meet you.
Yes, no kidding.
But it is far away from, I believe you're in Florida, so it's pretty far away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're in Leeds. Okay, well, if you have a chance to come out to the show, let me know. I'd love to meet you.
Yeah, really, we both would.
Okay, so you guys ready? I'm going to go ahead and show you the cover for the CD. Again, ACM and myself are performing live at Celebration during one of the podcast shows. So make sure you check us out when we perform Dare to Dream in a Galaxy Far, Far Away live. But our new album, Trust Yourself, is coming out June 3rd. Here is the official artwork, and this is the first time you guys get to see what ACM looks like. We've never, and ACM has always worn a mask, so you don't know what he looks like, but he's an alien from the planet Centaurus, which is an Alpha Centauri system, which is a real system, by the way. It's Alpha Centaurians real. You all know that if you've studied anything in your astrology classes. But ACM stands for Alpha Centauri Man, is what he calls himself. We abbreviated. We didn't want to print out Alpha Centauri Man, so that's why he's called ACM. But here's your first look ever at what ACM looks like, and here's our official cover for our album coming out June 3rd. Ready? Here we go. What do you guys think? Take a look at it. This is our album coming out. Now you see what ACM looks like. ACM, he kind of reminds me of Admiral Thrawn, but more alien-like.
Yes.
And of course, you know ACM's voice sounds a lot like David Bowie, the artist David Bowie here.
True. On
our planet. So hopefully you guys let us know. And I want to again thank Shaman and the artist who did the illustration. His name is Brian Arndt. I hope I pronounced his name right.
Yeah, really, yeah. Arndt? A-R-D, like Arndt.
Arndt, yeah. I'm going to have to ask him how do you pronounce his name, not spell it, but
pronounce it.
Okay, it's off. There we go. So hopefully you guys like that artwork. Yeah, so oh, they're talking about someone's in Canada.
Oh.
He's in Canada. I thought he was in Florida.
Oops.
He would have loved to go to the Ewok panel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, it's next. Well, hopefully they have it again, Stan. So,
supposed to.
He reminds them of an alien from Resident Alien.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
only Resident Alien. Yeah, I mean, this. I didn't want them to do when he was doing it because we have time. He didn't have enough time to do a more realistic one, so I said just do a cartoonish version of myself and ACM. So this is more of a cartoonish version, but we're going to be doing music videos. So we actually have a makeup artist that's going to actually make. We're going to put a cast of his buddy. Buddy is ACM. His name is Buddy Mix. The guy who plays ACM in his voice. But we're going to do a cast of his face and his head, so we could do molds and actually do a whole mask for him that's applied. So we're going to do all these special effects on it. It's going to look pretty bitchin' actually. So, but I didn't want to keep going on and on and on about what we're doing. We've done that enough today with those announcements. But let's talk about the shows. Let's get into that. What show do you want to review first?
Just do Halo.
Halo. Okay.
First.
Okay. Halo. This is episode 4. I don't remember the name of this episode. But
friendly.
Was it friendly? Oh, going home.
Going home.
Yes, right. That's it. I remember.
Going home.
Because Master Chief goes home. But as you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it to stream, in this case, because Halo is streaming on the Paramount Plus or CBS All Access. The official All for Sci-Fi rating of episode 4, Going Home of Halo, it gets 4.75 stars. I really still love this. What do you give it?
I'm giving it 4.80 because I love it too.
You like it more than me.
A little better than you. But it's
okay.
But it's actually really an excellent episode, especially him going back home, seeing his childhood house, knowing that he was actually a child, not a machine like he is now, pretty much.
Right.
But he found his drawings and stuff like that, and he found the hole that he went in.
Yes. Yes, like I mean, so the episode really basically good. Because he also took that inhibitor chip out of it. He got it out it's like on their lower back.
Yeah.
He took that out so he because they put this inhibitor chip to make it so they don't feel emotions and all that stuff that comes with being a human. They want them to be like a robot. That's why they're Spartans.
Well, they want to be a killing machine. They want them to be a killer machine.
Right. So that being said, he ran in there and touched it, and you need to see this show.
Yes,
I'm telling you, Stan, Halo is the surprise sci-fi show that we've always wanted.
Oh yes.
I can't wait until next week to watch the next episode. I can't wait to see where it's going. The characters are you love the characters. It's a very immersive show. It's just it's firing on. You know, they said they spent it's 9 episodes and they spent $10 million.
$10 million per episode.
But I don't believe it. It feels like they spent $20 million because the special effects in this show are better than even Game of Thrones.
Oh yes.
I mean, it's just absolutely just an amazing show. I would give it 5 stars, but I'm saving 5 stars just in case there's another better show this season. That's otherwise it would. Quite a few.
I don't think it can be a better show than this one.
No, I'm talking about there's more episodes left.
There's still more episodes left.
So yeah. But yeah, you watch the show for sure. It's definitely worth it. I'm excited to. It just makes me giddy because it reminds me of a lot of stuff like we got for the first time, like Star Wars, Star Trek. I mean, they're just doing a great job. Who would have thought that a show that's about a game that some people say the game sucks?
Yeah.
You know, and we know that they did a movie, right?
They did a movie that really sucked.
Which I heard. I haven't seen the movie, but I heard the movie stinks.
You just want to see it.
So I'm not going to bother.
It's a 3 or less. Trust me.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's so bad.
So like Captain Trickster was saying, he got rid of the inhibitor chip, which made him feel more. So he went and put his hands on the object again. And that made him see more of his memories.
Right.
Of his childhood, him growing up. And he discovered that there was another artifact, a second one. Yeah. And we as the audience already knew this in prior episodes. That there was possibly a second artifact because the blessed one from the Covenant calls that girl the blessed one.
Right.
They had already talked about it. And now they discovered it as well with it's a UNSC, I think it's called. Is who the Spartans are from, and Master Chief and the Doctor and anyway, so they discover that, and that's what this whole episode's about. Him going back to the planet, and he's starting to get his memories back. Then he discovers that this doctor the whole time was there even
after that, way before then.
Even before he got separated from his parents and got adopted and got put in this program, she was a part of his life before so he gets real upset about that.
Oh, yes.
She's trying to convince him, look, your memories are muddled. You don't remember exactly the way it really went. That the thing's messing with his mind. It's just a brilliant show. It really is. So they go back there. He discovers all this horrible stuff. That maybe this was always planned. And then what happened at the end? Oh, they went down. They found the hole where it was at and went down there. What else happened?
Well, as a boy, he went to some foreign object, and it was glowing at that time.
This is the same one that they just found now as an adult.
He's touching
that we were just talking about.
He was touching it. So what I think it happened when he touched it, some of the power went in. So when he touches the other one to see his past,
right,
it shows it. And then when no one else can do it, because no one else touched that.
Oh, he's explaining something different now, but only the blessed one that the Covenant has that same power and ability to make it work. Because also during this show, the original first artifact that they had, they're testing other Spartans to having them touch it to see if they can make it work.
It didn't work for them.
So he's explaining more details without actually giving a good explanation. But
only he can do it. So that is why I think when he gets the second part to it, and they put it together, it's going to be some certain type of weapon.
Oh, is that what you think?
That's what I think
it's going to be a big
weapon.
The Doctor thinks it's a power source.
Could be, but I think it's a weapon.
But maybe it is a weapon. That's it. And okay, so and again, I always like to say the casting because I always, I was an actor. I like to talk about who directed the episodes as well. The last 2 episodes were directed by different directors, too.
Right?
They still were equally good. But Pablo Schreiber plays Master Chief. Natasha McElhorn plays Cortana. And also the Doctor. She plays both characters. She plays
both characters. Yeah.
Wow, interesting. But then the face is Jen Taylor as Cortana.
Right.
Charlie Murphy plays Mackie. Yerwin Ha plays Quan Ha. Really good actor Bokeem Woodbine plays Soren 66. Great actor.
Really good actor. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this show is really, really. And if you go and look at the ratings, even on IMDb, it has a 7.1 out of a 10.
Right.
Overall. And you know how picky everybody is.
Of course.
So if it's still at over a 7 on all those websites, it's a good show. So yeah, you need to find it.
Yes.
I agree wholeheartedly. So 4.75 stars. Captain Rickster gives it even higher, 4.80. Just really, 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 really great show.
It is a great show. I really enjoy it. I hope it never ends. I hope when they do the second season on this one here, it keeps up the same pace as going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead and move right into Moon Knight.
Yes, for Moon Knight.
Let's talk about Moon Knight. Moon Knight it stars, of course, Oscar Isaac, our great Oscar Isaac from Star Wars, and before that, he's a very serious actor.
Yep.
It has let's see who else. Ethan Hawke, of course, brilliant actor.
Of course.
Plays Arthur Harrow. F. Murray Abraham is doing all those voices throughout. Just a good cast on this one as well. Anyway, Moon Knight only has 6 episodes. This is episode 4.
Right. The sad part about it, though, is Isaac's not coming back to do season 2.
Right. That's what they just announced, and I don't know. Did they say why he's not coming back?
I haven't had a chance to read.
Yeah, because I heard that he's not going to do a season 2 of Moon Knight.
Right.
He's doing a great job.
Of course he is.
He's playing a character that's very multifaceted. He has an accent, then doesn't have an accent because he's two different people in the same body. He's Mark or he's Steven.
Yep.
Okay, let's give it the official rating of Moon Knight. As you know, 0 to 5 stars, 3 stars, scrap it. Okay. Moon Knight episode 4. I liked it better than the prior episode.
Yes,
so I'm going to raise it a little bit. I'm going to give this episode of Moon Knight 4.50 stars. What do you give it?
I'm going to give it 4.60.
Okay. And of course, it's not as good as Halo.
No, it's not as good as Halo.
But it's still a brilliant MC. No, not MC. Sorry, MCU fans. So you guys are going to kill me. It's Marvel.
It is. Marvel is MCU. It's Marvel.
It's on Marvel MCU?
Yeah.
I said it right. Oh, I said it right.
Yeah.
I get confused, guys, because I'm not a comic book guy. This guy is a comic book guru who's never going to do his Comic Mania show.
That's true.
I hope not. I've actually saved the domain for him to do that show, and it just came up for renewal for the 3rd year.
Yeah. What?
It did. Well, it's not been 3 years, but it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
But the renewal's to pay for it for a 3rd year because I wanted to let him have his own show, Captain Rickster. It was called like Comic Mania or something like that.
Yeah, it's called Comic Mania. Yeah.
And we have it, comicmania.com. So it's just waiting there for you, Captain Rickster, whenever you want to do it. That'd be great. You need to do a comic book show. There's plenty. I see plenty of people online selling comic books. So why not have a show about it?
People do sell.
Yeah. Stan says he thinks that 4.50 is a fair score for this week's episode of Moon Knight. Thank you, Stan.
Oh, you had to agree with him, huh, Stan? Way to go, Stan.
What did you give it?
4.6.
Oh, you gave it higher. Okay. Well, I don't think so. I don't think Stan, you and I agree at the same.
Wow.
Not like Captain Rickster.
Thank you, Stan.
Yeah, we see more eye to eye, friend. Yeah. So
he has no eyes, and I gotta go see it for watch.
I have green eyes.
So. I got blue eyes anyway.
Yeah, but with glasses, it's hard to tell.
I know, but I take my glasses off, I got blue eyes.
Yeah. Speaking of that, in that cover, I had the guy. He couldn't tell what my color of the eyes were on our cover, so I had him change the eye color to green, and actually looked much cooler having green eyes next to ACM's alien like red eyes. It looked actually better.
Yellow eyes would be better.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Was it yellow? Let's see what it
should have been.
It does kind of have a yellow hue to it. It does kind of have a yellow hue. He has red and a little yellow in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't tell because it's too. You'd have to like zoom in. It's too far for you guys. But I have green eyes. I think in one of those books about the characters, Mace Tawani, it said he had blue eyes.
Yeah,
because the people can't tell.
Can't tell. That's right.
They think people with green eyes always have blue eyes.
Yeah.
So there's a mistake there in the Wikipedia or whatever the thing is that says the color of Mace Tawani's eyes. They're green, guys. Okay. That was stupid. Let's move on. Sorry about that. So Moon Knight, it's about the trial.
Yeah.
He basically is trying to, because they get to Egypt, and they're trying to still find the woman,
right?
Because they're trying to release her. Well, I forgot what her name was. Do you remember what her name was?
No, she's some Egyptian goddess.
It's a god, yeah, and they don't want her to get done.
They don't want her to come out because she's destruction.
Right.
You know, she will definitely decide to destroy Earth, or not destroy it, make it her kingdom.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's an Egyptian god. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Why was Khonshu banished? That's that guy that got banished.
Yeah, banished. Right? Yeah.
Oh, because he was doing. Oh, in this episode, he keeps exposing the gods to try to get their attention.
Yeah.
So at the end of the episode, he gets banished, and has to go inside this little thing, and he's like frozen in there.
It's actually his stone statue. What he actually looks like as the god that they were worshiping back then in Egypt.
Oh, he's asking what the discs are that we're holding. I think you're talking about that cover. Oh, those are our lasers. They're lights, and they're actually part of our show. When we perform live, we're holding lasers that like twirl. That's why if you look at the cover, again, I don't want to keep talking about this. Sorry, guys, but
yeah, it does.
That's true. Let's be honest. But yeah, they're discs that we're holding, and they actually are lasers that twirl, and they do a laser light show, like when we're holding them and we're moving them around. It's actually part of our show that when we perform live. So we'll get some video when we do the show, and you guys could see it. But yeah, Khonshu gets banished. He was trying to get the attentions of the gods. So, and he did.
He did.
And he tried to put that guy played the character that Ethan Hawke plays. He was trying to put him on trial.
Right.
Because he used to be another avatar for Khonshu in the past.
Yep.
And so he knows him well. So he was trying to tell him, "No, you guys are crazy. I'm not bringing this person or this goddess back." And this guy's crazy, and he has multi-personalities. So Ethan Hawke flips the script on him.
Yeah,
it's cool actually. It's a great episode.
It is a great episode. Yeah, it is a great episode.
Wow, maybe it should have got higher than 4.50 stars.
Oh, that's your fault.
Maybe, but. Hey, Stan agreed with me, right, Stan?
Yeah, well, he's the only one that agreed with you.
It was a good episode. Yeah.
Stan's got it down below. Someone's got it down below.
Yeah, best line this week on here we go. The best line this week on Moon Knight was "Stop listening to that pigeon." I agree. That was a funny line.
That was a funny line. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so basically at the end, Khonshu's trapped, and we don't know what's going to happen, and we can't wait till next week, right?
That's right.
There's only 2 more episodes left, so let's wrap this up, guys.
Yeah.
Wonder what they're going to do for 2 episodes.
Who knows? They'll probably find that goddess, and that's going to be a
the next episode is maybe she get released, and then the last episode is she's wreaking havoc or something, and
could be.
They got to save the day.
Then they got to have the cliffhanger. See what's going to happen after that.
They think that they're going to end it with a cliffhanger?
Oh, yeah. They have
so that they could do a second season, even though Oscar Isaac said no?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll change his mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Give him enough money, he'll change his mind.
Well, sure. Yeah. Money talks, right?
Money talks.
Money talks.
Bullshit walk.
Wait. This is a family show. We're not allowed to say bad words. Nope, I didn't hear it.
Yes, you did.
They can't tell who it came from.
Yeah, they did.
All right, we're gonna have to do the punching thing if you keep it up with that bad language. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Did your teeth fall out?
Not yet. Give me here a few minutes.
Okay.
I keep looking at ACM and then they probably will fall out.
Oh yeah, let me get rid of that. Sorry about that.
About time.
Yeah, I know. It's been sitting on this other side screen. He has to look at that alien the whole time. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to so that's it for this week's episode of Moon Knight. Let's talk about what's left.
Picard.
Yes. Which this season of Picard is way better than actually season 1. I'm not going to keep saying it. It is better than season 1 on so many levels.
Yes.
But Picard, this last episode was interesting. It was called Monsters.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
And I'm going to call this, even though the show's called Picard, I'm going to call this the Picard episode. Because Picard was in it a lot.
Yes, he was, and this one's a lot too.
For a change. Who doesn't love Patrick Stewart, right?
Right.
He's such a great actor and such a treasure.
Well, by the way, they already got signed for the 3rd season. Right?
Well, we knew that already. The 3rd season we knew was going to come. They said that before the show, season 2 even started. But what the big announcement was, and I think we said it last week, was they're bringing back the whole cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes.
On Picard season 3, except for they didn't announce Will Wheaton's name.
Right.
But I'm sure Will Wheaton will be back. And he's such, proud of you, Will Wheaton. You showed grace and humility, and I really think that was awesome of you. By the way, if you ever watch our podcast, I'm proud of you. Good job showing humility about that. I hope that I'm certain they're going to bring Will Wheaton, especially if your mother, Beverly Crusher, is going to show up. She was listed on there, I believe. Unless she wasn't. I think she was.
I think she was. This will also be the last season for Patrick Stewart anyway, because he's only going to do 3 seasons.
He's only going to do 3 seasons. Picard is only going to last 3 seasons. I don't blame him. No. I think that some of these characters are pretty interesting. Yeah. I think this should, Jerry Ryan in 7 and 9 is great, but she shouldn't do him. But they have some young actors like Rios, the guy's playing Rios, the Captain Rios, the guy plays Issa Barones, who's playing Data's daughter. Who else? The Allison Pill, who's playing the love interest of Rios.
Yeah. Also, the younger version of.
Yeah, she plays Agnes Girardi.
Yeah, the other one too.
Wow, I know all their names. And this is like their 2nd season.
Who was the one that he goes talk to all the time at the bar?
The younger version of Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
That girl is a great actress too. And of course Michelle Hurd is I think Rios, Michelle Hurd, and the person that plays Agnes Girardi and Issa Barones, they all should get their own spinoff series off of Picard.
Or keep it on Picard and they should change the name.
Well, that's the same thing. It's a spinoff series. If they change the name, it's not the same thing. But it should get a spinoff. I think the lady who's playing as well, the Borg Queen, she's a great actress. Oh, yeah. So what is Stan saying about Oscar Isaac? He's saying they will sign Oscar after the awards are announced. If he resigns now, the show isn't eligible as a limited series. Oh, interesting.
It is interesting.
Well, you take everything with a grain of salt, Stan. It is a rumor, so who knows if it's going to happen or not. In today's day and age, you never know whether things are real or not. Oops, I hit my keyboard. So the guy who's playing Rios, Chris Rios, is Santiago Cabrera. Great actor. The one who plays Elnor, although he died, that Romulan, the absolute candor guy, Evan Evagora, he would be a great. Again, if they just did a spinoff series, I think that would be great.
I'd like to see him come back in this series.
Right, and we know that we're going to get Jonathan Frakes at one point, even though he hasn't been on it. The person playing Guinan is great as well.
But he's been directing all the episodes. So
he directed the last couple episodes. Yeah, that's true. Jonathan Frakes, and before that, Leah Thompson directed the first couple episodes. Yeah. Great directing this year. Great.
Of course.
It's really on a different level this year. I'm curious to see what they're going to do next, where they're going to take it. It's time to kind of wrap up them in the past. They're at 7, right? And have how many? Yeah. Did we say they had 9 or 10?
9. I think it was 10. No, 11.
Oh, let me see. How many episodes? Let me find out. Picard. Season 2. But anyway, let's give the official rating. We've been talking about the episode because we love it so much. But let's go ahead and give it the official All for Sci-Fi rating. It gets an official rating this week's episode. Monsters. Episode, what was it again? 7?
7.
The official rating is, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. I don't think it was the best episode of the season.
No, it's not. I'll agree
but
with you
it's still on really high. Let me take that back. I'm going to back it up and give it 4.40 stars. I don't know if it's quite 4.5 stars. It's somewhere between 4.5 and a little higher. It's not the greatest episode, but it was good. One of my favorite parts of this episode this week was when Picard was having a problem and he had to get that neural stimulator sent to him, and she had to use it. And then later he took the doctor and her son to his spaceship.
Yep.
Their reactions were so natural.
Oh, yes.
And they were so awesome when he beamed them onto his spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I hadn't seen people. It's hard to do that as an actor, that kind of reaction.
Oh, yes, it is.
They just pulled it off great.
Perfectly.
So what were you giving it again?
I was going to give it a 4.5 myself.
Okay, you could stick with 4.5. I'm going to lower mine to 4.40.
Well, the best part really in that show is when he got arrested by the cops.
Oh, the cliffhanger at the end of it is they had cameras, so they were witnessing him beam in. So they must have been looking at Guinan the whole time.
Yep.
So now the new twist is the Americans apparently they know that he's alien, so they've arrested him.
Mm-hmm. But I think there's something with that cop. I think there's something, because remember she said it's supposed to be somebody was supposed to come when she did all of that noise,
right?
And somebody was supposed to show up and never did. But I think the cop is the one who's actually the one he's supposed to be.
Oh, thank you, Stan. By the way, yeah, we had forgotten, but Stan said it's 10 episodes, same as season 1.
All right.
We won't forget this next week.
Yeah,
we'll look it up again and ask you.
So we got three more episodes to go.
3 more episodes, so that's enough to wrap it up and see where them to get back to their own time frame at least. I'm excited about since we're on Star Trek, we got Strange New Worlds coming out
right after Picard's finished.
Right after, like May 5th, I believe.
Which is
got that coming out.
May 5th?
I believe it was May 5th. That Strange New Worlds.
If we got 3 more, well, let's see. Now we got 3 more episodes now. They're coming the week after that. 1, 2,
3. Well, May 4th is on a Wednesday, so maybe are they putting it on a Thursday? That show
could be
interesting. Yeah, there's probably a way to look it up. Strange. So, what was your favorite part of this episode? While I looked this up,
I thought the best episode was really part when he got arrested, or also when he got like you said, the inhibitor to bring him back out of his nightmare, and bring him back out to the real world, which he did. I think those are the 2 best parts of the whole thing, besides Rios beaming the doctor and her son to his ship, which I thought was pretty cool too.
Well, I mean, also very important too. Something that happened during this episode was, Guinan's. She's a different species, and she tries to summon a Q and can't summon a Q.
Yeah.
So that's how they know something's really amiss, because every time her species summons a Q, they're supposed to come.
That's right.
And no Q came. That was interesting.
But I think the Q might be the detective.
Really?
I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
He showed up right after.
It could. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. What you're saying is true, but we'll find out. Stan says it's a bit embarrassing, but I fell asleep watching Picard this week, so I have to. It's okay. You must have been tired.
Really?
Yeah, it could happen. If you're a little tired, I know on my couch over here, you can barely see it behind me. When I lay down in that, not the one right behind me, but the one over here.
To the left of you.
Over here, this one. Right there.
The bigger one.
The bigger one right there where I'm pointing. That one, every time because it's a recliner and it goes like that. Every time I like sit on it, I fall asleep.
Yeah,
I don't care how good the show is. I don't care how good the show is. That's why sometimes I can't put the recliner in a position because I'll just go to sleep.
That's what I did today.
We all need to take naps because we're kids again.
That's right. Kids got to get their energy so they can go to Disneyland again.
We need to go to Disneyland again.
Yes, we do.
Speaking of that. But isn't it funny in life how, we take naps again when we get older? That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Oh, Dante. Yeah, you sent me a message about that. That's really cool, Dante. Dante found a 35mm print of a Return of the Jedi poster trailer.
Oh, cool.
Was it the whole movie or was it the trailer? I think you should get it, of course.
Oh, yes.
Especially if it's the movie. But if it's trailer, yeah, get it too. If you reasonable price, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so excited about Picard and how it ended, and find out he got arrested. Had all those great moments where they brought him. Well, basically, the Romulan that was helping him, who was a watcher, who was watching. She's a watcher that Romulan was watching. The other Picard, Renee Picard.
Right.
She had some sort of Romulan stimulator, and she goes in to try to bring Picard out. So we had that going on where she went into his dreams, and his dreams were like very scary. How these monsters were there. It was kind of that part, I guess, was scary and kind of like a horror film. So that I could see you falling asleep during that part.
Of course,
because it had slower music and it didn't have a lot of this episode did not have a lot of action. It was nice to see a Picard episode. Like I said earlier, we're going to call it the Picard episode of the season. It was nice seeing Patrick Stewart do a whole episode because he's a brilliant actor. But yeah, it was a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Dante, let us know how much is it like that trailer.
So you found both.
He found both. Wow.
The movie and the trailer. That's good.
How much are they going for? Stan Solo wants to know.
Yes.
How much are both the trailer and the movie going for? And what are the starting bids if it's on a bid website?
Mm-hmm.
So
that'd be pretty cool if you can get it, Dante.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see that and all the stuff we got. We got lots of great stuff coming up.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and watch The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yep.
So we'll probably be reviewing that on. Is it next week's show? We'll review it.
Yeah, next week's show.
Yeah,
it's out right now. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'll review The Secrets of Dumbledore next week, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the latest episodes of Moon Knight, Picard, and Halo, of course. So we're gonna have a long show because we're gonna have a movie next week. So we'll have 4 things to talk about. Next week's gonna be just a much. Well, hopefully we can entertain you guys and make you laugh, right? Really. But it's going to be a longer show for sure. Dante said the starting bid is $400.
That's a good price.
That's on the movie because the trailer. He said the trailer is $100.
Okay.
They're on eBay. He said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we know where they're at.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that information.
Really?
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'd like to do before we go is since we showed this clip of what the album looks like, because we're going to wrap up the show since we reviewed all 3 already. I'm going to go ahead and put up this. Of course, this is, again, the album's called Trust Yourself. It's coming out June 3rd, and this is the artwork. And I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. And while I put that up there, I'm going to go ahead and try to play. I'm going to go ahead and play you a little bit of the track called Trust Yourself from the upcoming album. Let me play maybe 30 seconds or a minute of the track so you guys could hear it. Let me know if there's any issues with the sound as well. I want to change the audio so that it's built in so that maybe you guys could hear it better. We're going to test this out and see if this works. If it doesn't, let us know.
Sometimes life will knock you down. It's during those moments when we're being tested that we need to go with what our heart is telling us to do. Remember, never give up. You've got this.
You gotta get right back in the game, don't sit and complain. Pull the boots up by the straps and do it again. Oh yeah, why would you wanna quit? Handle the pain, get out of your way. Make no mistake, life's a game you play, and sometimes it'll put up a fight, but you can do better. I say don't try, just be yourself. It only takes a single hit to erase every bad feeling you felt. Tomorrow will come together. It won't take long before you're through this patch of weather. You can do it, you can do it much better. Oh yeah, you can do it much better. You got to trust yourself. Oh yeah, you got to trust yourself, because you know you can do it better. Coffee or tea with a little bit of cinnamon might help ease the pain. Whatever you think might make you feel good, to make good feelings rain.
Okay, back. Here we go. Thank you, guys. That was a little bit of Trust Yourself from the upcoming album. I wanted to hear every week. What we go ahead and do is play maybe 30 seconds of a new track. The album will have 10. We're going to have 10 songs on the album. Let me bring us back. We're going to have 10 songs on the album. So every week until it's released June 3rd, I'll go ahead and play maybe a 30 seconds or a minute of a track. And you guys could let me know if you like it or not. So, but pretty proud of that album.
Stan, it sounds good.
Thank you, Stan. I wasn't sure if you could hear it or not because I'm still new to doing the audio stuff. But we'll give you guys a little taste of it every week. So until it gets released June 3rd. And of course, something most of you know, as we said at the beginning of the show, we made a major announcement. We're going to go ahead and perform, ACM and myself, at Celebration on the podcast stage. We're going to perform Dare to Dream in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. So check that out as well. Anything else, Captain Richter? Did we cover it all this week?
Covered it all this week. Yes.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, it's a pleasure. We hope we entertained you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to share us on social media if this is the first time. Share it with your friends. If you watch the video somehow online, share us as well. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscription below here. Hit the notification bell. As always, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. May God bless you.
Yes. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a happy Easter. And come back to us on the following Saturday.
Yes,
and we'll
happy
give you
Easter.
a bunch more stuff for you on next Saturday.
And do something kind for someone this week, okay?
Yeah.
Remember, we always want to do that.
Stop the dog, kick the wife, and yell at the kids.
You funny, Captain Richter. You're old saying. Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good week. Bye. See you next week.
Yep.